Hello, Chef Ramsay. So today I am going to make you some steaks that are going to be medium rare. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and season it. Okay. Use my handy dandy tongue. Flip it over. Okay. Like before, I don't like to put the salt on them. It tends to make the oil burn faster. So I'm just going to take it like this, move him over here with me, and take this over here. So you want to come follow me? So I'm going to put the salt and pepper here. Turn the stove on high. So I'm going to be making steak and eggs, okay? This is my favorite. This is going to be the pan for the eggs. This is going to be the pan for the steak. Okay, so I've turned it on high. I'm just getting my eggs out ready. Let's see, I got that there. And let's throw my shells in here. I'm just feeling the pan. I've turned it on high. What I'm going to do is put about, I'd say 2 tablespoons of olive oil in it. Okay, I've seasoned on both sides. Swirl it around a little bit, just to coat the pan. While that's going, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some garlic. Stay right here. I'm going to grab some garlic. And this actually came from my garden. This is fresh thyme. So I want to show you the fresh thyme that came from my garden. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just I'm going to take off 2 sprigs off of it. It looks like this. I'm just going to cut it right here. Just going to take 2 sprigs. I have some parsley to top off at the end. Put it here. And the garlic. What I'm going to do with the garlic is I'm going to fuse it with some garlic. I like my steak to have a little garlicky taste. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my knife again. And we can go this way. There we go. And just peel it like so. The skin is so light. It tends to not want to come off. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut the corners here. I don't like the way that looks. Okay. So I want my pan to be very hot. So this is what I do to test it, okay? You want to know if the pan is hot? 3 is going to be cooking right here. And this one right here that I broke up is going to come and follow me. It's going to actually come over here. I'll put that there. This is a tester. You want to know if your pan is hot? Drop one of this in. See how it's getting lighter? Lighter means the pan is starting to get heated up. If this garlic was placed in there and it starts, see how it's like medium? I know it's good. If I would have put it in there and this garlic turned black, that's way too hot. I would have to add in another tablespoon of oil. So I took it off. Off it goes, okay? So here we go. I'm going to put the steak down, the ones that I seasoned, away from me. Put the oil that way, away from me. Same like that. Then so like this, just so I can get the other side. Okay. high right now. I'm going to put it down to 8. Ooh, I forgot one thing. I'm going to go over here and grab a stick of butter. Hold on one second. What I want to do with the butter is at the very end, I'm going to put a little butter in it. It just makes it very, has a sheen on it and buttery. So I open up my butter just to get it at room temperature for a little bit so it's easier for me to cut. And I like to use cabot and salted butter. So I'm going to put it up here. See, it's starting to get a nice color on the bottom. They're not quite ready yet. So it seems like there's not enough oil to get to the other side. I'm going to add another 2 tablespoons in here. Tablespoons in there. Just so that I can realize that this pan is big. Okay, so one side is done. I'm going to flip it over the other side. I'm going to add in my garlic so it can infuse with the oil. Let's put that on that. While that's cooking, I'm going to put 1 tablespoon of oil. I'm just going to put it over here, move it over here. Let it infuse right here. Let the garlic over. Very much. 1 tablespoon. Just 1 tablespoon like that. Well, this one is slowly infusing it. I'm going to cook my 2 eggs. While the eggs are cooking, I'm going to go over here and press my toast down. Ooh. That sometimes happens. And the egg just splat, so it cracked when that happened. I just wanted to show it to you, see? Sometimes it happens. But that's what happened to that egg. Not when I cracked it in. When I cracked it in, it was perfect. But when it blew, it broke the egg yolk. So, see how the egg looks like this? When you start seeing around the crust, it has like a brown crust around there. That's when you could take your eggs off and let it sit there for a little bit. I'm going to check on my toast. Not yet. Let this thing warm back up again. I'm just going to get it up really high again. I'm just rubbing it with the time. Sometimes what happens in the kitchen, everything starts splatting all over the place. It's coming off. I'm going to make it caramelize just a little bit, then I'm taking it off. And set it off. Let it sit there for a couple of seconds so I can caramelize the other side. That's how it looks like. I'm just get a good angle of it so I can pick it up. I'm going to let it rest here for a little bit. So the two of them are right here. Okay, so I'll let it rest. Place it right there. I'm going to take this off the stove. Sink. Just wipe a little bit. It's easier to wipe it right now while it's still a little hot. Because if I wait for a little bit, then it's going to get really hard to take off. Okay, so here's the egg from earlier on. Okay. I was going to use 2 eggs, but because this other egg exploded, not by choice, I'm going to actually just take them off. Instead of using 2, I'm now going to use 1. So, spatula. Do this. Okay. So take my spatula and loosen them up a little bit. And take, not using that one, put this one over here. Just putting the butter on there. Okay, hold on. Okay. Oh, here, so take this off. I'm going to put it over here so you can see it. Okay. Ready? Okay. Okay, so I have it right there. And right now I'm letting my steak rest for a little bit so all the juices will come out so I can get a beautiful color. I'm actually going to take some of this off. Okay. So what I want to do is had some time to rest for a little bit. Just need a few minutes to let it rest because it was so hot on the stove. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this one off here for you. I'm going to move parsley out. Get the water off of it. Okay. The eggs, just a light tap of black pepper. A little bit of salt. Right there. And my steak is right here. I remember earlier on I didn't add on the black pepper, so I'm going to put on the black pepper now. Put back over. Salt's already on it, so I don't want to add any more salt. Okay. So I just want to show you that this is my final project right there. Okay. And then I'm going to cut into it right now. First, what I want to do is actually, I want to take a picture of it. Just so I can send it out. So you can see how it looks like on a plate first before I cut it. So let's bring it over here so you can get the final product of how it looks like. My steak and eggs, it would have been 2. There you go. And a little fillet. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put him over here on the side for a moment while I cut into this. Okay, so medium rare. So I'm going to show you medium rare. Do you get a good picture? Medium rare. Okay, beautiful, nice and pink right there. So this one is my plate to eat. Okay, so that's my plate to eat. I'm gonna put it here, and this one is for you. I don't want to cut it here and make it all messy. So what I want to do is just maybe take a cutting board and cut it on there, because I don't want it to be all messy. All right, so I'm going to take it. Got a scoop under there. I'm going to put it on a cutting board so it's easier for me to cut. I'm going to cut it right down the bone. I cut it right here. I'm going to cut it right here as well, so I can take the T-bone out. Okay, I want to show you the T-bone. There it is, and the steak. Okay, here's that. And I want to just sliver off of it. There you go. You get that? Here's how it looks like. Here's that. And then I'm going to put it back onto the plate here, just so you can see. Hopefully I didn't hack it up too much. There you go. And what do you want? There you go. Bon appetit.